new IntelliDrive, and that'll be in November, and that will also factor in the distracted driving. So in this presentation, I will be referencing some of that, and when you see it, just know that that isn't available in Arizona just yet, but it is available in other states in the country, and it'll eventually be available nationwide. So we'll just go ahead and jump in. If somebody has questions, feel free to interrupt me. I want to keep this really informal. So
I only have one comment. I just wanted to make sure, because I've made this mistake before. This is being recorded, right?
Yes, I'm recording it.
Okay, I figured
Okay.
you were. You're in charge. If it was me, I'd go, oh God, you guys. Okay, cool.
Cool. Okay. So IntelliDrive is our Travelers and telematics program. And so it works very similar to a lot of the other programs out there. Safe driving can lead to savings. Riskier drivers could see a higher premium. So that's where ours is a little bit different. Driving behavior determines savings at the renewal, and it'll go for the lifetime of the policy. So they enroll in the program, they get a discount for enrolling, and then what happens is it's a 90-day period where the mobile app actually captures the driving behaviors and gives them a score. And each driver on the policy can enroll in the program. So if you have 4 drivers on one policy, they can all 4 be in the program, or one person could be in the program. If you have variations like that, what happens is the enrollment discount is prorated. I know a lot of parents like the idea of having their youthful drivers on IntelliDrive. If you have a family where they are wanting to do that, at least one of the parents or the named insureds does need to be on the IntelliDrive program as well. And then they act as kind of the main point of contact, and they are able to see everybody else's scores. So it's downloaded onto their smartphone, and then it will capture the following variables. So it's time of day, hard braking, rapid acceleration, speed, and then eventually distracted driving. And then what it does is it gives them immediate feedback, so they know exactly how they've done after each trip. In terms of you as an agency, why would you want to do this? One, it attracts safe drivers. Your competition is quoting it and offering this discount, so it's a benefit to you to make sure that you're giving the most competitive rate possible by including IntelliDrive to get that enrollment discount of 5%. It improves the retention for safe drivers. If they're going to get rewarded for safe driving, then they're going to probably stay with you. And then it is also a factor in helping reduce distracted driving and just basically making people more conscientious about their driving behaviors. You know, one of the things I will mention about the increase, because that's something that a lot of agents have some pushback on, and you know, from an agency perspective, if you know somebody is not a good driver, do you really want them on your traveler's book or your other preferred carrier's books? You know, maybe then that's not the right place for them. So it gives you some benefit and insight into that person as well, so you're making sure you have them insured with the right carrier. So they save on their first term of their new policy with that 5% enrollment discount. They can get up to 20% is the earned discount right now. They download the mobile app, and then the better they drive, the more they save. And the app will tell them as they move along how they're doing throughout the whole program. And it also will give them little tidbits and tips and give some coaching on how they're driving and how they can improve. Now, this is an important piece to our program, is that there's really no risk. If somebody tries it and they're not doing well, they can opt out within the first 45 days of enrolling in the program. That being said, that 45 days counts as soon as the policy starts, not as soon as they download the app. So it's important for people to download the app as soon as possible. So they're going to get some information sent to them right away when they enroll, and just encourage them to take the time to download that and get it set up. It's very easy to do, and I am going to show you how that looks. But they do have 45 days from date of issue of the policy to opt out without any penalty. That 5% discount just simply falls off and is prorated back into their rate if they opt out. So here's how it works. On the driver's page is where you can enroll them. So you just say, yes, I want IntelliDrive, and then you need to add in their mobile numbers. It's important that you get their mobile numbers for this to work, so please make sure you do that. And then you can also do it on the portfolio page. There's a place to click at the end where you can add the IntelliDrive program, and it shows you what you'd save on your first term. And then this is how it looks on the final sell page. So when you're getting ready to issue it, you can see right there where you need to add in the different phone numbers to make sure that we have those for each individual driver. And then this is just basically saying, yes, you are going to enroll, you understand they agree to the terms and conditions of enrolling into the program. This is the final sell page, and so they will get a message that tells them welcome, and then you'll see there it says you're newly enrolled in the IntelliDrive. You'll receive a text message so they know exactly what to expect. And then this is also the email that goes out to them and reminding them that they're going to get a text message with the IntelliDrive app. And then this is the information that's provided in their policy package. So this shows them exactly all the details on the IntelliDrive and how it works, what they're being rated on for their driving performance. And it talks about, when they renew, how that'll affect their premium. Here's the text message. It's really straightforward. You just click on that app. You can also enroll via My Travelers, which is our mobile app for our auto product. And hopefully you're letting everybody know about that when you sell an auto policy, because that's really helpful for the insured to be able to manage. So you can do it a couple of ways, but we will text message them. Each driver will get a text message with the link to install. And then it's sent literally as soon as within a few minutes of you guys issuing the policy, it's sent over to them. So there's really not an excuse for them not to download it. And they can also go into their app store and do that. If the app is not installed, then what happens is they're going to get a reminder at 3 days. They're going to get a reminder at 7 days, and then they're going to get another reminder at 10. So here's the email that's sent after enrollment. It shows them exactly how everything works. It shows them what they're going to be rated on. And then they'll send updates after enrollment at the 30 and 60 days. And a final summary is then sent to all the participants for details on their driving performance after they've done that. So just remember, we're going to remind them at 3, 7, and 10 days. Then we're going to send out a letter at 35 days. And then on day 51, if they have not enrolled in the program at that time, we'll remove them from the program. So just if you can get them to download the app as soon as possible, and that they have up to 45 days to opt out if they'd like. So this is how the app actually looks on the phone, and they're able to scroll up and down, and it gives them, where they're at in the performance, how they're doing, distraction-free driving streak. If they, when that becomes available, that will display for them. It shows your trips. The app knows based on what side of the car you get into whether or not you're a driver. If for some reason it were to capture an app or a trip that wasn't applicable, they can, you know, say, oh, I wasn't driving, I was a passenger, I was on a bus, whatever the case may be, and get that one deleted. But they can't do that with every single trip. So you have to be kind of mindful of that, but they do have some ability to modify some of that stuff. And then here's the feedback. So the feedback gives them different ratings. We used to do A, B, C, D, and F, but they've changed it now from a 1 to 10 with, you know, 9 to 10 being excellent and then great, good, and needs improvement. And it shows in each section how they're doing. So they can see if there's a certain segment where they're not doing well, they can try to correct that. And so then this is the My Travelers app that I had referenced earlier. The My Travelers mobile app allows them to get their insurance cards, their policy documents. They can make some changes to the policy. They can get their IntelliDrive. They can report a claim. They can access roadside assistance. So all the way around, it's a great app for them to be using. If they have their auto with us, you should be encouraging everyone to use that. And then they can also get their IntelliDrive information there. The evaluation is complete. They'll get this message and they'll be asked to take a survey, because obviously this is a new program for us, so relatively new. It's been about 1.5 years or so, and we're really wanting to enhance it and make it more user-friendly and successful for our agents and for our drivers. The policy performance is the average of the ratings for all the drivers. So they use that to rate the policy at the renewal, and it will go for the lifetime of the policy, that discount they earn. And a summary email is sent, and it is also available on My Travelers, so they can get details on their driving performance. So that is all of the nuts and bolts of how the program works. Now we have some marketing materials that I'm going to run through, but before we get into that piece of it and talking to your clients about it, is there any questions on just how the program itself works or runs? We're good? Okay. So we have some training materials available on my signature. If you get an email from me, there's a link there where you can actually do the online training. So we do have online training resources available and some different materials, including a frequently asked question. I will get that over to Tabitha if I haven't done so already, and I know she'll post that out for you guys to have as a reference. And then we do have a lot of marketing materials as well, or some marketing materials that you can put out there to leverage this with your customers. So if you go into the Toolkit Plus, which is where all of our marketing materials live, you can just go up to the Find It Fast up in the upper top corner up there and put in the IntelliDrive, and then it will show you all the resources that are available for you as the agent. And there are some e-cards and some other collateral pieces that will be helpful. And then there's also some social media posts that are available if you want to put anything out in Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. There's a 3-week campaign that you can post. And then we have the videos, the e-cards. So you can see here's a sample of an e-card. If anybody needs help with that, I am more than happy to help you with that. It's super easy to do. You can email, do an email blast out to a whole list of folks if you have some folks you want to do some marketing to, or you can just do it out individually for those people that maybe you're talking to it about. It might be good to send them the video so they can just learn a little bit more about how the program works and feel comfortable with it. And then these are some of the brochures that I will send over if I have not done so already, and we'll get those posted for you guys to have reference. So top 10 reasons to sell IntelliDrive. There's a consumer brochure, and then there's one for you as the agent that you can look at as well. So in summary, it's a usage-based program that interacts with your smartphone to capture data and determine how safely a customer drives. They can save on their policy on first enrollment. When the policy renews, they can save up to 20%. It gives tailored coaching, feedback, and safety tips, so helps them to be a better driver. And they do have the option to opt out of the program within 45 days of date of issue of the policy if it is not going well for them, which hopefully it is. And they can also access their IntelliDrive through My Travelers. So I would just say a couple of things in general right now. A lot of people are not commuting. A lot of people aren't driving. Traffic is not heavy around Phoenix. So in different areas of the country, I'm not sure if that's necessarily true, but it's a really good time to try it just because people aren't driving as much, and the chances of them having the hard braking and acceleration and speeding and all that when they're not commuting is definitely gone down. So it's an opportunity for them to do well on this app and to earn a discount. And, you know, it's one of those things that people are warming up to, you know, before people say, oh, I don't want Big Brother looking at me. Well, if you have a smartphone, Big Brother is already looking at you and knows what you're doing. And, you know, this is really a way to prove to, you know, hey, I'm a good driver. I should get better rates. And so if you have that conversation with people that say, you know, oh, I don't know why I have to pay for everybody else when they're bad drivers and I'm a good driver, this is their opportunity to prove it. So I would just say, don't be afraid to ask people about it, to offer it to people, quote it, and talk to them about it. You're not going to get everybody to enroll, but if you can encourage people to try it out, it's definitely worthwhile. And if they do well and get a discount, then you're going to end up looking like the hero for helping them save some money on renewals. So